Well, no excuse not to come out to Port Royal tomorrow. Sunny and 70. Can't beat that. We're going to start again 5:45. We'll be live here on Flow Racing if you can't make it to the track, but it's always good to come out and support one of the top racetracks in America, Port Royal. And of course, Hagerstown, the long and historic history of this racetrack dating back to the 1950s. Of course, Hall of Famer Frank Plessinger, his daughter Lisa Plessinger, on hand here tonight. All right, how about this crowd at Hagerstown? Welcome back for the first time in 3 years to Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Everybody up at turn 4, a salute to you, the greatest fans in dirt track racing, dirt late model fans. Here they are. When we got up this morning, it looked a little bleak. We were hoping that Mother Nature would cooperate finally for the first time since 2022, and she did a great job, right? It cleared off, came a little breezy, the sun came out, blue skies, great crowd on in here tonight. Unbelievable. Thanks to each and every one of you for coming out. And a big stretch of racing for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the Sunoco Racefuels Road to Wheatland. There's a Sunoco car right there, and Garrett Albertson trying to go to victory lane. Dalton Wilson. This is only the second time they've ever raced here. As I mentioned earlier, that 4-driver battle in 2022 for the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. Garrett Albertson, Dalton Wilson, Spencer Hughes, Ross Robinson, they are all in the show here tonight. Garrett Albertson was the champion. Well, Dalton Wilson led laps last night. Did not get the finish he wanted, however. Garrett Albertson started 12th last night at Georgetown and finished 3rd. To round out the Big Verse Steel podium, Jonathan Davenport, a tough night for him last night. Brandon Shepard was 4th. Carson Ferguson, MSD box, ignition issues. The bird cage broke in the right rear of that car, and then Ricky Thornton Jr. on the outside nearly tracked down Devin Moran on the closing lap, finishing .077 seconds behind him. Moran leads the way with 5 wins this year. Thornton has 4, the defending series champion. All right, here we go. Rob Penrod, co-chief starter at Eldora Speedway with Rick Monroe on the flag stand here at Hagerstown for the first time. It's Dalton Wilson and Garrett Albertson of the Nutrient Ag Solutions Start Zone. 25,000 to win. We are underway. They make it through turns 1 and 2 down. Back straight, battle for lead into turn number 3. They go side to side. Dalton Wilson and Garrett Albertson hungry for a victory. Out at turn 4, they're still side by side. Down the main straightaway. Who's going to lead lap 1 by a nose? It's going to be Garrett Albertson. Down the back straightaway, Garrett Albertson, Dalton Wilson, Jonathan Davenport, Brandon Shepard runs in for it. Ricky Thornton Jr. is 5th. Again, Devin Moran comes in 10 points ahead of RTJ here at Hagerstown. Garrett Albertson, the Roberts Racing entry, out in front in turn number 2 down the back straightaway. There you see Brandon Shepard in the 4th spot, trying to pick up some more valuable points tonight. There's Carson Ferguson in the Scott Factor Crew Chief 93 car. It's right now a good run and a good lead for the 58 at a turn 1 with 3 complete. Garrett Albertson on the mission here tonight, 1.350 seconds the advantage now as he's pulled away from Dalton Wilson. About 12 car lengths back is Wilson. Meanwhile, Davenport trying to reel him in, trying to become a 3-time winner here at Hagerstown. There's Brandon Shepard in 4th, Thornton 5th, again Ferguson, Overton, Satterley, Tyler up to 7th, 10th runs Ziggy, Mason Ziegler. Good racetrack here. The rain we had late yesterday, last night into the morning. It's a smooth and silky one into turn number 1 for Alberson. No doubt in 2024, one of the most improved drivers in dirt late model racing. And right now, he is gotten away from Wilson and Davenport. There's Tyler Erb working on Carson Ferguson. Davenport is still third, Shepard Thornton fifth. Ferguson, Tyler Erb, Overton, Satterley. Ziegler runs 10th. Good run for Justin Weaver so far. The Maryland driver, 11th. Hudson O'Neill runs 12th. Tyler Erb up to 6th. Erb started in 9th. He's up 3 spots here early on as we head down the main straightaway. 7 in the record books for 58. Garrett Alberson, that win on a preliminary night at Port Royal 1 year ago in August. And right now, he is dominating here. So there's about a 3-car length advantage between second and third, and that would be Dalton Wilson and the 49 of Jonathan Davenport as they head down the main straightaway. We've got a Coleman Farms Racing caution on the track. Turn 2, it'll be the Mason Ziegler, the 25Z car, the Green Lane entry rocket. Well, Ziegler was running in 10th. Not sure what happened down there. All right, 7 in the books. We'll single them out and then we'll Delaware double file them. Right now, an early contender for the Hooker Trucking Hard Charger. Hudson O'Neill up 5 spots, 17 to 12. Tyler Erb's up 3 spots. Hilzebeck in a backup car up 3 spots. Clay Harris ran a couple laps. He's out of the race, so we got a commit from Dalton Wilson. What's he going to pick? He's going to pick the bottom on Davenport. So it'll be Alberson, Wilson, Davenport, Shepard, Thornton, your top 5. Then it's Tyler Erb, Carson Ferguson, Brandon Overton, Greg Satterley, 9th. 10th will be Justin Weaver. Then it's O'Neill, Robinson, Eckerd, Moran runs 14th right now. Garrett Alberson in a area code of his own here tonight so far. 3.1 seconds led Wilson on that last lap. But all that's going away. All right. Zach Houston, the crew chief on 58. They've got it tuned in here. Last night, 12th to 3rd. Tonight, outside front row. Dominating here tonight, but there's still 43 to go in the Conococheague 50 at Hagerstown. Alberson out of turn 4. Nutrien Solutions restart zone back underway. Down the main straightaway. Good restart. Davenport on the outside into turn 1. Whoa, way up there, and he almost got into the guardrail, and he might have a little bit, and he's going to lose several spots to Jonathan Davenport. Way up there, and that did not work as they come out of turn 4. There's a battle here. Wilson and Thornton going at it. 8 laps in the books. What an eventful restart that was on lap 8. Out of turn number 2. Dalton Wilson, they're slipping and sliding just a little bit over there. Here comes Thornton in the 20 RTs. Number 1 here at Hagerstown. Neither is Dalton Wilson. Shepard is 4th. Ferguson is 5th. Erb is 6th. Satterley is 7th. Davenport has fallen to 8th and 49. O'Neill is 9th. Overton 10th. Jonathan Davenport got down there and got it up top and got it in the fluff, and he lost 3rd spot, and he dropped all the way to 8th. Beaver 11th, McIntosh 12th, Trevor Feathers, who won at B-Mains, up to 13th. Overton's back to 14th. 10 in the books. Battle there. That is Greg Satterley. He is 5th. Did not make the show last night. Again, I mentioned a battery issue in his heat race. And missed the transfer spot by 1 in the B main, and he knows this track very well. His crew chief, Robbie Allen, about just over the hill here in Hagerstown. where they keep the car out in 5th. Herb is 6th, as we've scored 11 laps here tonight out of 50. Garrett Alberson, he has got it going on, doesn't he? Into turn number 1, he's built back a 2-second advantage. It was 3 seconds before the caution as he hits down the back straightaway. Dalton Wilson is still 2nd. Ricky Thornton Jr. 3rd. Brandon Shepard 4th. Greg Satterley is 5th. As you see, the Sunoco Race Fuels 58 car with the lead. They're 2nd. Dalton Wilson, the Ratliff 18 car. Kohler Motorsports 20 RT, and the Coleman Farms Racing caution is out, and it's for Trevor Collins here on the main straightaway. So Trevor Collins, the Oker Trucking Hard Charger, one night ago, finished 10th, and he heads to the pit area. Let's see if he will continue the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, going the wrong way, but he might be done for the night. We'll see. He was running in 24th. Only one car out of the race. Brandon Overton here on the front stretch in the hot pit, and Brandon Overton, no power in the 76 car here on the main straightaway in the inside of the hot pit. Wow. And he may be done. The driver 4th in the points who led 21 laps a night ago. There's Anthony Burrows. The helmet is off. He had faded back through the field, and his night has ended here at Hagerstown. All right, 13 laps in the books. Garrett Alberson dominating here tonight. Overton 4th in the points in his return to the Lucas Oil Series. Out of this one, there's Justin Tharp down there. Ryder Cantillo. And something let go on the 76 car. We'll try to find out. It's Alberson, Wilson, Thornton, Shepard, Satterley 5th. Tyler, Carson Ferguson, Jonathan Davenport, Hudson O'Neill, Rick Eckert runs in 10th. Back underway with 37 to go at Hagerstown. Nobody has anything for Dalton Wilson as Ricky Thornton Jr. has moved into 2nd now. Let's see what he can do with the Las Cruces, New Mexico driver. Garrett Alberson out of turn number 4. Thornton 2nd, Wilson. Greg Satterley, we know what he can do. That thrilling victory 9 years ago tonight when he overhauled the Hall of Famer and the legend Scott Bloomquist on the final lap. Right now he's in 4th as Satterley. Brandon Shepard runs in 5th. Carson Ferguson in the hunt right there in 6th. Garrett Alberson, right now 15 scored. He has not been challenged since the drop of the green flag, and he pulls away from down the back straightaway. There's Shepard and Satterley. Satterley runs in 4th. Shepard is 5th. Ferguson 6th. 7th is Herb. Trevor Feathers won the 2nd B main, started 18th. He is up to 8th. Trying to break a tie with the legendary Donnie Moran. 8 wins here at Hagerstown. There's a battle there between Ferguson and Herb. Herb won the last time we were here in 2022. Garrett Alberson off of turn number 4, 17 laps in the record books. And Tyler Herb will clear Ferguson. Tyler Herb moves to 6th of the best performance, number 1. Trevor Feathers, 18th to 8th. For the 3rd generation driver to Winchester, Virginia, the Team Zero car down the main straightaway. 18 laps scored, and the Coleman Farms Racing caution is out again on the racetrack. And turn 4, we got 2 cars turned around down here. Yoder in the 24 and the 11 of Kyle Hardy. All right, 18 complete. Garrett Albertson, can you get any better than this? 32 more laps to go to victory lane. That's a long ways here at Hagerstown around this half mile. Ricky Thornton Jr. second, Dalton Wilson third, Greg Satterley fourth. Brandon Shepard fifth, sixth is Tyler, seventh is Carson Ferguson. How about at Hagerstown? Trevor Feathers up 10 spots into the contender for the Hooker Trucking Hard Charger, that Team Zero car. Got the Dirt Tracks Dominator riding along with him, I'm sure, here tonight. 8th, Davenport 9th, O'Neill 10th, Eckert 11th, 12th, Moran 13th, Ross Robinson 14th, Hilzebeck 15th, McIntosh. Out of the race, Clay Harris, Trevor Collins, Brandon Overton, and I believe Mason Ziegler is called tonight. Garrett Albertson trying to go to victory lane. So the top three have never won here at Hagerstown: Albertson, Thornton, and Wilson. Albertson and Wilson, as I mentioned, only the second time they've ever been here. I believe Thornton's only been here once, maybe twice, as we come out of turn 4 at the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone, back underway in the Conococheague 50. Wilson on the bottom. Here comes Satterley. You know what he can do. He's on the back of Wilson into turn 3. The Truth looking for it on the outside of the big perm at a turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Garrett Albertson continues to lead. Whoa, the crossover by Satterley. They're going to go side by side into turn 1. Greg throwing it in there to Baltimore into turn 1, and he's got it. Satterley to third at 22. He's got to have something for those top two here tonight. Wilson back to 4th. 5th is Shepard. Off of turn 4. You see how he turns that car. He points it up the hill. And we got Carson Ferguson going around in turn 4, and the Coleman Farms Racing caution is back out again. Carson Ferguson, your 7th place car, had a good night going after a nightmarish night last night. I don't see any damage at all to the 93 as he is going ahead to the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit for the Lincoln, North Carolina driver. We got on the look of what happened to the Paylor Motorsports 93, Scott Fagner, his crew chief down there. They broke a bird cage last night. They had an MSD box issue last night. It might have been contact. I'm not sure. I just caught the tail end of that. The 27 car. I'm not sure if... Well, he's already around. So, Ferguson back out on the racetrack. There's Spencer Hughes into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit. Spence running 20th for the Mississippi driver. Well, Trevor Feathers, he had some right front damage there, and he is out of the race. So Trevor Feathers, who was an early contender for the Hooker Trucking Hard Charger from 18th to 8th, is out of this one. Is 19 complete. All right, well, that was interesting, wasn't it? 19 laps in the books. Albertson, Thornton, Wilson, Satterley 4th. 5th is Shepard. 6th is Erb. 7th is now Davenport. 8th, O'Neill. 9th, Eckert. Good run for Ross Robinson up to 10th and 7. All right, 19 down. Still 6 shy of the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. Nobody has had anything for the 58 car. Back underway, the Nutrient Ag Solutions restart zone. Here comes Thornton on the outside. Dalton Wilson in the 1. Out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Shepherd has gotten around Satterley in that battle of rockets for 4th and 5th. B. Shep trying to work his way to the front, looking for his first series win of the year in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Satterley's going to back out of it, hitting the one, let Shepherd go. 20 scored. Alberson, Thornton, Wilson, Shepherd, Satterley, your top 5. Then it's Erb, Davenport, O'Neill, Eckert, Ross Robinson. Good run for Ross up to 10th in 7th. Right now the advantage, 7/10 of a second for the 58 car. They finished 2nd and 3rd last night. Thornton was 2nd behind Moran. Alberson 3rd. There you see the current points leader, Devin Moran, trying to break into the top 10. How about shout out to Daniel Hilsebeck in the backup car. The top rookie in the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase. They're trying to go 3 wide down here. They couldn't quite get there. Hilsebeck in the middles. They're behind the 24 of Rick Eckert. And right now the lead is down to 5/10 of a second. And Thornton, the first time in this race, somebody's been able to stay with Garrett Alberson, and he closes the gap out of turn 4. Down the main straightaway, 2 shy of the Hellraiser Jack's halfway mark. It's Garrett Alberson and Ricky Thornton Jr. They're already in at turn number 1. Out at 2, down the back straightaway, 5/10 of a second is the advantage for the New Mexico driver. Off at turn 4, lap 24. Garrett Alberson. If this thing could have stayed green all the way, who knows how many he would have lapped here tonight. But right now, he's going to get a little bit of pressure there from Thornton. He's closed the gap through about 6 car lengths. It's 4/10 of a second on the timing and scoring. The Hellraiser Jack halfway mark. That'll be $100. That'll go to Garrett Alberson. But he eyes $25,000 for winning this race. He's halfway there. Thornton, Wilson, Shepherd, Satterley, still your top 5. Dalton Wilson solid right now in 3rd. Nobody close to him down the back straightaway. Brandon Shepherd a distant 4th, 5th, Greg Satterley. Eyes for the lead. Alberson down the main straightaway. 26 scored. Around this historic half-mile oval, Garrett Alberson, Ricky Thornton Jr. down the back straightaway. By the way, the tail end of the field is entering turn 1. The leader's coming off of turn 4. 27 complete for 58. He's led every one of them here tonight so far. From the outside of the front row, Ricky Thornton Jr. remains in 2nd. Dalton Wilson is 3rd. Brandon Shepherd 4th. Greg Satterley runs in 5th. At turn number 4, a trio of Longhorn Clements drivers into turn number 1. They lead the Rocket Durham of Shepherd, the Rocket Clements of Greg Satterley out of turn 2. Tail end of the field right now. The last car running on the lead lap is the 11M of Kyle Hardy. Out of the race is Clay Harris, Trevor Collins, Brandon Overton, Mason Ziegler, Dylan Yoder, and Trevor Feathers. Alberson into turn 1. 7/10 of a second for Alberson. Ricky Thornton Jr. 2nd, trying to retake the points lead. They came in last night tied. The defending series champion, Dalton Wilson, runs in 3rd. In 18, but he's about a half a straightaway behind the top 2 with the James Ratliff 18D car. He had a good run last night, led several laps. Meanwhile, Shepherd has battled back around Greg Satterley. Tyler Erb remains in 6th. Jonathan Davenport 7th, Hudson O'Neill 8th, Rick Eckert 9th, Ross Robinson 10th, Moranis 11th, Hilsebeck 12th, Carson Ferguson back to 13th, 14th McIntosh, 15th is Justin Weaver. Meanwhile, right there, we've got a battle for the lead down the back straightaway. We have got a battle for the lead into turn number 3, and Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to slide up the track. Alberson with the crossover. They come down the main straightaway. They're side by side. New race leader is Ricky Thornton Jr. 32 laps complete for the 20 RT. He cut and cut and cut into the lead, and he's got it right now on lap 32 with 18 to go. Alberson back to 2nd. Now they're going to start to move into traffic for the first time in this race. If it stays green. 7/10 of a second. He builds the lead up down the back straightaway with the Kohler Motorsports 20 RT, the defending Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series national champion. Garrett Alberson. Nobody had been close all night long until Thornton. As they go into turn number 1 behind the 4, the veteran Gary Stuhler. It's built to 0.2 of a second more. It's 0.9 of a second down the back straightaway. Meanwhile, Dalton Wilson is 2 seconds behind the duo up front. Shepard, Satterley, they want it to stay green down the main straightaway. Into turn 1, it's still Ricky Thornton Jr. with 15 laps to go in the 20 RT. Out at 2 now, Dalton Wilson and Brandon Shepard. So the top 5 are now on the same straightaway here at Hagerstown into turn 3. Traffic for the first time in this race a factor. Thornton has to work to the outside of Stuhler. In front of him is rookie Dan Ebert. Where is Thornton going to go? He's going to have to go to the bottom. 1.4 seconds the advantage for RTJ down the back straightaway. He'll make quick work of the Minnesota rookie Dan Ebert. Into turn 3. As they work lap 37, 13 to go. For Ricky Thornton Jr. Took the lead on lap 32. The advantage, it is still 1.4 seconds. Dalton Wilson is 3rd. Here comes Wilson in 18D. Trying to get on the podium here tonight. Brandon Shepard is still 4th. Satterley 5th. Erb, Davenport, O'Neill, Eckert, Robinson, your top 10. Moran runs 11th. Off of turn number 4. Now Alberson is going to have to deal with Stuhler and Ebert. Now Ricky Thornton Jr., your race leader, behind the 19M of Spencer Hughes. As you see the battle back here for 2nd through 5th. Greg Satterley eyes that spot and throw it in there into turn number 2. He'll slide up the track. He'll lose his momentum. Shepard will get back around him. Good battle there. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Wilson, Shepard, and Satterley. 10 laps to go coming up. Good racing right here. Dalton Wilson, Brandon Shepard. Satterley's going to try again. They're going to go side by side. Satterley squeezes along the guardrail, but his momentum gets hurt as he goes out of 2, drifts up the track. They go side by side down the back straightaway. Satterley has the spot. 9 laps to go. The advantage has grown to 2.1 seconds for the Chandler, Arizona driver. 9 circuits to go here at Hagerstown for $25,000. Garrett Alberson led the first 31 laps of this race. And right now he runs in 2nd, 8 to go. Dalton Wilson remains in 3rd. Satterley, Shepard, again your top 5 right here. Ricky Thornton Jr. down the back straightaway. 8 laps remaining for the 20 RT. He comes into tonight in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. He's 5th all time, looking for his 47th career win. If he wins, he would break a tie with former champion Don O'Neill. Top 3 ahead of them would be Scott Lundquist, Jonathan Davenport, and Jimmy Owens, a former winner here at Hagerstown. He has cleared Spencer Hughes down the main straightaway. The last 6 laps to go behind the 79 of Donald McIntosh. The last car on the lead lap, he runs 14th here tonight. Battle here. Here comes Satterley. Satterley now to the inside. He will take this 3rd spot from Dalton Wilson. Dalton with the crossover down the back straightaway. 22 and 18D side by side at a 3. 5 to go coming up for Ricky Thornton Jr. In command, 2 seconds right now. The advantage over Garrett Alberson in this spirited battle behind them between Wilson and Satterley. Dalton gets it back. The left 4 to go next time around. Shepard is back in 5th. Right now, Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to retake the points lead by himself as we head to Port Royal tomorrow night. Lap 47 coming up for the 20 RT. It's 1.6 seconds, the advantage. And right now, things might get interesting. Thornton is behind the 79, and McIntosh tries to squeeze into the bottom. He's got to be careful. Garrett Alberson back in the picture frame. The left 2 to go coming up. It's down to 1.2 seconds, but that might have been a move right there to win the race. He's squeezed underneath the McIntosh. He's got 2 to go to victory lane at Hagerstown. Down the main straightaway for Ricky Thornton Jr. to turn number 1. The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go coming up next time around. Alberson still in second, but it's grown to 1.6 seconds the advantage as he'll throw the slider in on Hilsebeck to turn number 4. The Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. There you see Alberson back there. Dalton Wilson third. Barron's Performance, white flag, 1 lap to go. Trying to become the 14th different winner in 15 races that the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series has been here at Hagerstown Speedway, the first time in 3 years, and the defending series champion. His 5th win of the year, pending the U108 scales. He crosses the finish line in first. Second is going to be Garrett Alberson. Third will be the 18 of Dalton Wilson. Fourth is Greg Satterley. Fifth is Brandon Shepard. Sixth is Jonathan Davenport. 7th is Tyler Erb. 8th is Hudson O'Neill. 9th is Rick Eckert. 10th is Ross Robinson. So they will go to the U108 scales, the top 5 on the Big River Steel podium. And officially right now it's Thornton, Alberson, Wilson. In Satterley, 4th, Shepard, 5th, 6th, Davenport, 7th, Erb, 8th, O'Neill, 9th, Eckert, 10th, Robinson, 11th, Devin Moran, 12th, Carson Ferguson, 13th, Daniel Hilsebeck, 14th, Donald McIntosh, 15th, Spencer Hughes, 16th, Gary Stuhler, 17th, Dan Ebert, Justin Weaver, 18th, 19th, Kyle Hardy, 20th, Trevor Feathers, 24, Dylan Yoder, 21st, 22nd, Mason Ziegler, 23rd, Brandon Overton, 24th, Trevor Collins, 25th, Clay Harris. So Thornton will go to the scales to make it official. Fans leaving. 5 minutes till 10. Is that right? 5 minutes till 10. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Hey, come and join us tomorrow night. Get there early. Get you some souvenirs. Get you some Lucas Oil Racewear. Get you some drivers merchandise as well. I know they greatly appreciate that. About an hour and 40 minutes by car from here as you see the 2024 national champion. Again, that breaks the tie with 2014 series titleist Don O'Neill, who had 46 wins as well. So Thornton moves into third all by himself. So it's official at the UNO8 scales. And Ricky Thornton Jr., the Bobby and Jessica Kohler, the team based in Mount Airy, North Carolina, the Chandler, Arizona native, make his way to Lucas Oil Victory Lane here tonight. Again, Garrett Alberson on the scales right now in second. Dalton Wilson third. They'll be on the Big River Steel podium if they pass through Tech. Here he comes down the main straightaway. He'll move into fourth all time by himself in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. The defending series champion, there he is out of Chandler, Arizona. How about it for Ricky Thornton Jr.? So in 15 races here at Hagerstown in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Thornton becomes the 14th different winner. Truly amazing here at this great facility. Shea Judy, down to you in Victory Lane.
How about that one, race fans? Getting the hat on, getting ready to climb up out of the race car. He's out of the car, race fans. He can hear you. Let's hear it for Ricky Thornton Jr. We'll get Ricky over here in just a second, race fans. Well, Ricky, you won a windy one here at Hagerstown as the banner done blew off. But hey, welcome to Hagerstown Speedway Victory Lane tonight.
Yeah. Crazy part is I feel like it hasn't been this windy all night. It's nice. I was here a few years ago and I gave one away on the last lap, so it's nice to come back and get a win like that. Obviously, Garrett was really good. Felt like if we didn't get the traffic, there was no way I was going to be able to pass him. So he slipped up just a little bit that first lap getting in traffic, and I knew I had to take it. Made sure I slowed him getting into 3. That way he didn't have a good chance to cross me and then pass me down the front straightaway. So worked out for us.
Indeed, for sure. A second-place finish last night in a nail-biter at Georgetown Speedway. A win tonight. Tomorrow night, everybody's going to be going to the Port Royal Speedway. You definitely have a lot of momentum on your side, and especially going for your second championship in the series.
Yeah, we do for sure. Like you said, second last night, a win tonight. I'm pretty sure it's my first Saturday win all year, so finally we got a little bit of money out of it. Got to thank everyone, Kohler Motorsports, Bobby, Jessica, Evan, Jordan, Bryce, KP, my boys, Zach, Skyler, Nick came on this weekend, and we've had some really good success. My wife, my kids, everyone stopped by the apparel trailer, Longhorn Chassis, Bill Stein Shocks, Clements Racing Engines, my brother EMD Wrap, Certified Inspection, Jones Races Products. There's so many great people that help us get up and down the road. Night Companies, Coltman Farms, Midwest Sheet Metal, Tire Demon, just D&E Outside Services. Like I said, pretty big crowd for iffy weather. So I'm just glad we got tonight in, and look forward to tomorrow.
Indeed, for sure. Good luck tomorrow night. Race fans, give it one more time for your winner, Ricky Thornton Jr. Yes. Tonight's second place finisher, Garrett Alberson. Garrett, you had a lot of speed tonight. You won your heat race. Came up just one spot short here tonight at Hagerstown Speedway.
Yeah, man, it hurts to lead laps like that and not win. I don't know, we just kind of got a little out of balance there. Like, I was way tight getting across the center, and then I kind of had to, like, shake a little bit, and then I started getting stood up in the right rear, couldn't leave the corner the way I wanted to anymore, and yeah, I hate that for my guys. You know, they deserve to win there, but congrats to Ricky. He's been doing a great job all year, and big points night for us, and just a solid night. Just really proud of my guys.
Indeed, for sure. And of course, tomorrow night we return to the Port Royal Speedway, and the last time that we were there, you picked up your first Lucas Oil win. So you got to have a little bit of umph in your step, if you will, going into tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love Port. I love all these tracks up here. You know, these big tracks, and something about this dirt. I just have a good time, and I just got to thank Sunoco Race Fuels, Bill Stein Shocks, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Low Voltage Solution, Chris Midwest Sheet Metal, Low Voltage. I already got a little. Dickey's Doghouse, Nutrient Ag, Bill's Sport Shop, Rubber Machine and Welding, Cheap Cars, and we got so many fun people, and just tons of support. And I got to thank Zach, Chasen, Travis, my wife, Ken and Beth. Just it's a big organization. Well, it's a big group doing a lot of cool stuff, and we're just really proud of it.
Indeed, second place finisher tonight, Garrett Alberson. Tonight's third place finisher, the Perm, Dalton Wilson. Dalton, you definitely were making it coming up towards the end right there, and just came up like a couple spots short. But obviously, you guys have put something together here as of late.
Yeah, we've had a really good race car. My guys been busting their butts, and I don't have a lot of laps here, but I felt pretty good. I got lap traffic. I didn't feel the greatest, but all in all, to run top 3 tonight, we'll take it. I can't thank, like I said, can't thank my guys enough. Dean and Blake for working their butts. Trash is here helping us this week. My awesome car owners, James and Justin Ratliff. He was here last night. I hate he couldn't be here tonight, but all of our great sponsors, MGL, Grantley, ICS, B&L Construction, New Point Lighting and Design, the Auto Outlet, JR Motor Sales, JR Trucking, Cheap Chevrolet, Big Al's Gun, VP Hoosier. My beautiful girlfriend's here tonight, and my boys, so glad they could be here. And, we got one more night tomorrow, see if we can get us a good solid night in tomorrow and be a good weekend.
Indeed, for sure. Third place finisher, Dalton Wilson. James Essex, how did you like that one?
Very good. Dalton Wilson finishing in third, but man, Garrett Alberson finishing on the podium, the second night in a row, a third last night, a second tonight. He led the most laps here tonight with 31. Thornton led 19, the final 19. So we'll have our Lucas Oil recap here coming up. By the way, Ricky Thornton Jr. moves back into the points lead, 65 over Devin Moran, Jonathan Davenport, Garrett Alberson, Dalton Wilson, your top 5. As you see the pass for the lead on lap 32, Garrett Alberson in command up until about lap 28 or so. And Thornton chopped into the lead and passed him there and set sail. Caution free the rest of the way. And again, Greg Sadley fourth. Shepard runs in fifth. So the O'Reilly Auto Parts top rookie of the race is Daniel Gilzebeck. By the way, our Hooker Trucking hard charger is Hudson O'Neill, up 9 spots. And the Sunoco Race Fuels Road to Wheeling right there in a Sunoco Race Fuels car, powered for Ricky Thornton Jr. So again, your top 10, Thornton, Alberson, Wilson, Satterley, Shepard. Then Davenport, Erb, O'Neill, Eckert. 10th was Ross Robinson. So that'll do it for tonight at Hagerstown. Great crowd. Thanks to everybody for coming out. Our first time here in 3 years. And for the 14th time in 15 races, we've got a different winner in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series at the capital of dirt track racing. And so that'll do it for here at all. Judy, thank you very much. Man, I can't believe the crowd we had here tonight. And we thank each and every one of you for coming out, spending your hard-earned money. And we'll see you tomorrow night at Port Royal Speedway in Port Royal, Pennsylvania. There's your Big River Steel podium. Thornton, Alberson, Wilson. Congratulations to those guys. And again, on behalf of Shea Judy, I'm James Essex. We'll see you tomorrow night from Port Royal.